You know what? That whole darn house fell down. And right in the middle of that pile of straw was our first little pig, dead as a doornail. He'd been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner just, lying there in the straw. So I ate it up. I ate the pig. Thinking it was like a big cheeseburger just lying there. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar. So I went to the next neighbor's house. Now this neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had a
Hold on, I'm gonna pause because I know me and Mr. Jackson Ross both said no typing in the chat, yet I see Curtis and Christian in the chat. Wrap it up, guys. This is like the third time I'm asking you. The next time y'all gonna make me call home, and it'll be a shame for me to have to call home for something as petty as typing in the chat. Okay? So let's cut it out. All right. Sorry to interrupt you guys. Here we go. Back to the Big Bad Wolf.
The house built of sticks. I rang the bell in the stick house. Nobody answered. And then I called. Hey, Mr. Pig! Mr. Pig, are you in? Then he yelled back.
Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm saving the hairs on my chitty chit chit.
I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed, and I snuffed, and I tried to cover my mouth this time. But I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. And when the dust cleared, there was a second little pig dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now, food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing that was left to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as like a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better. And I still didn't have my cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. And this guy was the first and second pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family, because he had built his house out of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. So I called. Mr. Pig! Hey, Mr. Pig, are you in? Do you know what that rude little porker said to me?
Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again.
Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar in there. And he wouldn't even give me one little cup for my dear sweet granny's birthday cake. What a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed once again. And then the third little pig yelled,
"And your old granny can sit on a pin."
Now I'm usually a pretty calm fella. When somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. The cops drove up, of course. I was trying to break down the pig's door. And the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the two pigs I had to do. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed the story up with all that puff and blow your house down. And they made me a big bad wolf. That's it. That's the real story. I was free. But, maybe you could, want me a cup of sugar.
All right, guys. So now,
find what your family needs close to home.
Clearly, you know the real story. So I want you to go to your worksheet, and guess what we're doing now? We're typing the perspective of the big bad wolf. Because clearly we had it wrong. Azaria, I know you just came in, so let me give you the worksheet. I'm typing it now. So guys, I'm gonna put 2 minutes on the clock while I'm doing that for Azaria. There you go. Type in, give me the story from the perspective of the big bad wolf. All right, I'm coming, Azaria. Here we go. You're welcome. All right, down to a minute and 35 seconds. We're trying to write in complete sentences today. That's our goal. All right, you can let me know when you're done typing in the chat, because if we can wrap it on up, we can do that now. All right, we got about 48 seconds. Azaria, if you need to pair that code, it's in the top corner as well. Write down to 30 seconds. All right, thank you, Naomi, for letting me know you're done. We got 10 seconds, not 10 minutes.
Thanks, Curtis. Curtis is done. Marcus.
All right, that is time. So we looked at 2 videos of 2 different perspectives. So now I'm going to kind of give you the opportunity to think inside your heads for yourself 2 different perspectives. So here we have it. We have Ms. Dreer and we have Ms. Dreer's students. And if you go to your worksheet and scroll down a little, it says Ms. Dreer versus Ms. Dreer's students' perspective or point of view on school and homework. So if you could put yourself in Ms. Dreer's shoes and come from my perspective, what do you think my perspective of school and homework is? I'm giving you time to type in the chat now. Appropriate things in the chat now. What do you think Ms. Dreer's perspective of homework and school is? Let me hear it in the chat. I'll give you about a minute. Very hard. When you say they are good for that, I'm good for kids. A lot of work to grade. Okay, Marissa, see, tired. Yeah, see, y'all better at this than I thought you would. I thought y'all was gonna say other stuff, but yeah, y'all about spot on. All right, so let's take these things and put them in our graphic organizer. So a perspective of Ms. Dreer on my box. I give you about a minute. Give you about a minute. Let me start my timer. I always forget. And I already know what I'm gonna get for the next slide. I don't even gotta ask.
So how does Miss Dreer feel about school, and how does Miss Dreer feel about homework?
Marissa did well. All right, we got about 30 more seconds to type in our graphic organizer what Ms. Dreer thinks about school and homework from a teacher's perspective. About 18 more seconds. Are you gonna come off mute and say something appropriate, Curtis? Yes? Okay, come on, Curtis. Yeah.
You'd probably be tired. Probably want to pass out most of the time.
Yeah, that's right. So type some of those things in your graphic organizer from Ms. Dreer's perspective of school and homework, okay? Because you spot on, Curtis.
So
that's
sorry.
exactly
I see
right.
my daughter running out by the pool. Okay,
We're gonna do the student
give
next.
me 1 sec. My daughter just ran outside by the pool and I have to grab her. 1 second. Chicago!
All right, and if you see this student
Wait,
right
I'm
here,
so sorry.
that's a real student, y'all. That was in class.
Okay,
That was in class last
my
year.
daughter
Like,
just ran outside
that's
by
real
the pool and I
life.
have to grab her. 1 second.
I'm serious.
I'm serious. That is real life, okay? So I can't hear you, so you breaking up. She's knocked out, okay? So Christian, it's the coffee for me. All right, so now let's put ourselves, which is you guys, from the perspective of the students. So, what is the student's perspective of homework and wait, where am I? School and homework. No, it ain't no 3 a.m. Not ever. So let's type in our boxes. What is the student perspective? I'll give you about a minute to do that. They're so bad because we don't like them. Man. All right, so let's type some of our answers in our box here. As you're typing Christian, guess what? That student's name is Christian as well, just like you.
So how do you feel about school and homework? What's your perspective of school and homework?
Bad, blah, tiring.
Christian always got something to say.
Always. He don't ever relax.
I can't wait to see him in person.
So, how are our boxes looking at our boxes? It's annoying, Isabella. Our boxes filled in for this perspective. When you make it fun, yeah. Low grades. Marissa, we got to improve that. We don't want low grades. Harder. Man. Enjoying free time. Okay, good, Marissa. All right. So this box now should be filled out. This one here. And we had one more, but I think you guys are kind of getting it. And if we, oops, I just exited out of my chat. Thank you, Curtis. So I want to check our understanding a little bit. Marcus is done. Thank you. Alyssa is telling me she's done in French again. Yes, girl. Naomi's done. Waiting on a few more people. Christian is now telling me he's done in French as well. All right, Marissa. Thank you, Isabella. All right, so let's check and see if we're all on the. I'm trying to figure out how I can. It's not it for me. It's nearby for me. Because I don't want the answers to pop up on your screen. So I might just have to change it. Okay. I'll figure it out.
Can I offer a suggestion?
Yes.
There's a pause screen button on Zoom. If you click that, then it should hold whatever they see, and you can then pull up the results if you need to.
Okay, thanks. All right, so let's check and see if we understand what's going on. All right, so here's the question I want you guys to answer. That was Miss Elkins. That was one of your classmates, Christian. Oh my gosh, how did you not know? All right, how does changing who is telling the story, the perspective, impact the reader's understanding of what's going on? All right, I already got Sam typing. So let's get this question answered. I'm going to give us 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And if you have questions, you can send it in a private chat to me or Mr. Jackson Roth. How does changing who is telling the story, the perspective, impact the reader's understanding of what's going on? Okay, I got Sam. Answers getting started. I see Tierra starting. Okay, Christian, I see you getting busy. Naomi, Marissa, Alyssa. Anitra, I don't see you on here, so there's no way. I don't see you in Pear Deck typing your answer. All right, Curtis, I see you getting started. Isabella, Yeja, Marcus, Francois, Talasia, Kayla, Nitra. I need you typing in Pear Deck. You're down to about 1 minute and 40 seconds. Isabella, I like where you're starting at. Seems like you're definitely grasping this. Yep, Alyssa, that's spot on. Marissa, that's a great sentence starter. Yep, Christian, spot on. Sam, down to about 1 minute and 5 seconds. Right, we're down to about 49 more seconds. It looks like some people are still typing and need a little more time, so I'm gonna give us a whole extra minute. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Nietzsche, Kayla. Yep, Isabella, that's you, right? We're down to about 53 more seconds. Delisha, I don't see an answer. Marcus, I see you getting started. Right, about 42 more seconds. This is the face for me, Christian. All right, down to about 25 more seconds. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Marissa. Thank you, Marcus. I'm gonna go look at yours now. Okay. All right. So, thank you guys so much. So it seems like we're doing pretty good. So here's what we're gonna do for the next 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna stop sharing. So I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave Pear Deck for a few. Go here. So now it's asynchronous time. So I want you guys to scroll down to the rest of your worksheet. Skip this one. And then scroll down. It's a passage to read and question to answer. They'll be all about perspective. So we're going to do that for the last 20 minutes. And I'm going to put some of us in a few breakout spaces just so you can get a little extra coaching so we can guide you along the way. But if I don't call your name, you could just turn your volume down, get started on your worksheet. So, Mr. Jackson Roth, is it appropriate, Curtis? Maybe not. Yes, indeed. Okay, Curtis, come on. What we got?
So you said skill part, the little coaching and team part.
Yeah, coaching and teamwork, exactly. Watch this, okay? I'm gonna show you. Just watch. Give me 2 more seconds, okay? All right. So I'm gonna stop sharing really quick so I can make some breakout spaces, and then I'll be back. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can do this manually. Automatic. All right. How many rooms do I need? Is it gonna let me do 2? All right, so I'm gonna create the breakout. Bear with me, guys. Boy Curtis. Where my boy Marcus at? Oh, there we go, my boy. All right, and then next one. All right, so if you're in a breakout room, I want you to, it's going to pop up on your screen and just go ahead and go. If you are in a breakout room and you notice I'm not in there yet, I'm coming. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to start sharing for everybody else again. If you did not get a breakout room, that's fine. Just turn your volume down. I want you to start working on the rest of the worksheet. It's async work time. And if you have questions, just write in the chat and I'll come and help you. Mr. Jackson, will the one pop up for you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to go to the breakout room. And you guys that are still here, just get to work. Yeah, go for it, Marissa.
Tiara, do you know what we're doing? Tiara, can you hear me? Tesla, are you there? Timothy, are you there?
Yeah.
Do you have this? Do you have the sheet pulled up?
Yes.
All right. James, are you there?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have the sheet pulled up?
I lost mine. I accidentally clicked
Hello?
it off.
Okay, let me get it for you. Tesla, are you there? Do I need to call your mother? Okay, so Tiara, can you hear me? Do you have your worksheet pulled up? Nikian, are you there? Okay. If you guys are not going to, I don't even know why you come into this room if you're not going to do your work. If you're not going to listen and you're not going to do your work. So thank you, Timothy, and thank you, James. James, were you able to get this open?
Yes.
Okay. So could one of you tell me, what are we doing? What were the instructions from Miss Dreer? Tiara, do you know the instructions? So I can't share with you, but if you go to your worksheet, we've already completed most of it. We did the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf perspective, right? Anybody?
Yes.
Okay, so we've done that. We did Mr. and Mr. Students. We were talking about the point of view for school and homework. We did not do Coach Carter, but if we scroll down, there is there's an article that you have to read. And actually, I'm going to read some of the article to you. So we're going to start where it says the Japanese American author of this story. So, is everybody ready? If you're ready, let me know. Timothy, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. The Japanese-American author of this story, Yoshiko Ushida, was raised to appreciate her parents' culture and language. Yet, she was often excluded by her classmates as a result. Later, she traveled to Japan, and her appreciation for her heritage became stronger. When writing her novels, Yoshiko always emphasized the need for readers to look past labels and appreciate people as human beings. So this little blurb that I just read actually came from the author. So it's talking about she grew up, and she was Japanese American, so her parents were from Japan, and she was born in America. So could someone come off mute and read me the title? James, can you read me the title, please? Tesla, can you read me the title, please? The title? The title is right on the paper that you just pulled up. Remember, I sent you a link. James, did you pull it up? Okay, scroll down to the article. It's on